welcome back to my kitchen. Y'all already know I'm excited. Look, listen. When I did my last video, cake video, which was the whipping cream pound cake video, y'all know my mixer went to mixer heaven. So we have this beauty behind me, and today is the very first cake that I'm making with my new mixer. Let me go Vanna White on you guys. New mixer. Okay, so I talked about doing, I've had requests about the traditional classic pound cakes. So this is another one, and today we're doing a simple sour cream pound cake. Okay, now of course I'm going to be using my 3 cups of my Swans down cake flour. To that I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And I've already added the salt and the baking powder to my 3 cups of flour, and I've sifted it one more time. Now when you buy Swans down, it comes pre-sifted in the box already. When you buy it from the store, it's already pre-sifted. But after I add those other ingredients, I like to sift it just one more time. I'll also be using 3 cups of sugar. I have 5 eggs here. There are 5 large eggs that I've already cracked, and they are room temperature. I've also had questions about why I use 5 eggs and not 6. Yeah, I've used 5 eggs forever. By all means, if you want to use 6 eggs, you most certainly can, okay? Then we have 3 sticks of unsalted butter, and they're also room temperature. Then I have my 1 cup of sour cream, and it's also room temperature. As for my flavoring, I think I'm going to do some vanilla. I'm going to add a little bit of, this is vanilla extract. I'm going to add a little bit of this pure lemon extract. Y'all already know. Just a little smidget of my cream bouquet. Now when you guys do your sour cream cake, whatever flavors or extracts you want to use, feel free to do so. Like I say, it's whatever you like, okay? And then, believe it or not, guys, I'm going to do a very simple, thin glaze. Look, speaking of glaze, glaze girl, look y'all, I love a glaze. I'm a glaze girl. Compliments again of my daughter. Y'all, she's just getting her mama right over here. You hear me? But I'm going to do a simple, thin glaze today. And then, y'all, I am using this beautiful Nordic Ware 75th anniversary Bundt cake pan that was gifted to me by one of our sweet, sweet YouTube family members. Thank you again. You know who you are. But I'm going to use this today. I'm a little nervous because all these little cracks and crevices. You guys, I've never had a fancy pan like this. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited, okay? Alright, so again, this is my first time using her. So, it does have an LED light on here. So I think at some point while I'm mixing, I think I'm going to turn the lights off so y'all can see the light. Okay? Okay, let's start getting this cake mixed up. Now you guys know I have thoroughly washed my hands. Y'all, don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands, because that's just nasty. Nasty. So right now I'm adding my 3 sticks of softened butter to my mixing bowl. And once I get these added, before I start adding the sugar, I'm just going to mix up these 3 sticks just a few seconds to try to just get them mixed up a little bit before I start adding the sugar. And then I'm going to slowly add my sugar. Now once I get all of my sugar added, we're going to cream the butter and the sugar for about 10 to 12 minutes. I know some people don't cream that long, but I do, and I set a timer. So I'll set a timer, and then you should be able to look at it and see how the butter and the sugar have really lightened up. Now, unlike my other mixer, you guys, this mixer has this little spout in the top where I can add stuff, add my ingredients. So after I add my butter, when I start adding my sugar, I'm just going to pour it in from the top. And I normally show you guys how fluffy it looks once it's creamed. I might stop the mixer and do that this time too. Maybe. We'll see. So I'm going to cream this butter and sugar, and then once the butter and sugar have been creamed, I'm going to add my 5 large eggs, one at a time. You're going to see me add that first egg. You'll see me add that last egg. But remember, I've added 5 eggs in all. Okay? Y'all, I am really curious. I'm just really curious to see how this mix is and how my cake turns out and all of that. Alright, so let's get mixing it up. And once I add those eggs and get that done, then I'll come back and we'll talk about what we're going to do next. Now, unlike my other mixer, this one doesn't have that scraping tool, so I am stopping so I can scrape down the sides of my bowl, okay? So I'm probably going to do this at least twice. Now this one definitely creamed my butter and sugar this time a lot quicker. So I only creamed for about 10 minutes. Okay, so that's a plus, especially now that I'm having to stop and scrape down my bowl. Okay, so now we're going to add these eggs one at a time. All right, we've creamed our butter and sugar. We've added our 5 eggs. And now I'm scraping down this bowl again. Y'all, I'm going to have to get used to scraping down this bowl. Okay? So now it's time to start alternating the dry and the wet ingredients. You want to start with your dry and you want to end with your dry. And this process doesn't take long at all. This is where you have to be careful not to overmix. If you overmix during this process, it can make your cake dense, it can make it dry, it can make your cake fall. So you want to mix just enough to incorporate your ingredients. Now what I normally like to do is go on and add my flavorings to my liquid. Now I would usually be doing milk or buttermilk. So since I have sour cream and it's kind of thick, I'm just getting ready to add them right onto the bowl. Okay. So I have my vanilla here. We're going to add maybe about a teaspoon or more. Add just a little bit of lemon extract. And then we'll add just a smidget of my cream bouquet. All right. Okay. So, at this point, we're going to start with our flour. And when I turn the mixer on, I'm going to let it mix just a few seconds since I went on ahead and put my extracts in. But we're going to start with flour, starting with flour, and we're ending with flour. And we're going to alternate, adding the flour, then some sour cream. And I know even with this process, some people do it different because it's sour cream and not the actual milk. But I'm going to go on and continue to alternate during this process as well. Okay, it's going to be interesting it going in this little spout since it's not a liquid that I'm pouring. So I'm hoping I won't need to stop my mixer and open it to. This right here is a splash guard. So I do like that feature because when I pulled out that little bust, when my mixer stopped working, it was splashing batter everywhere, throwing it everywhere. But anywho, okay, so we're going to see how this works. You guys, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get my rhythm using this new mixer and then realize I didn't show me adding that last little bit of flour. So I'm sorry, you guys, but I started with the flour and I ended with the flour. Now this is one heavy bowl. Okay. And I normally zoom in so you guys can see me pouring the batter. This is a thick batter. And I don't even know that I'm going to be, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it all in this pan because my Nordic Ware is an 18 cup capacity cake pound pan. And then the one that I was using previously from my mother-in-law was a 16 cup. This is a 12 cup. So, and I've thoroughly sprayed it with Baker's Joy. So, we're going to see. I was trying to kind of set that up so you guys can see it. My oven has been preheated to 325 degrees. Y'all, this bowl is heavy. Oh my goodness. 325 degrees. So we're going to bake this for probably, you know, an hour, 15 minutes. I'll check it after about an hour. Ooh, I pray this releases okay, you guys. Told y'all I've never used the little fancy cake pan. Y'all, YouTube family getting me fancy. I cannot wait to see it though. Okay, you guys, I'm afraid to put any more in here because, again, I've never baked in this pan before. I do not want it to run over. So I think I'm going to use that last little bit of batter And maybe do a few cupcakes, okay? So, and that'll be great because I think I have some German chocolate mix in there maybe. So my husband would love a few cupcakes. Okay, this is what we're looking like. I'm hitting the bottom to try to release some air bubbles. But this is how close I've filled it to the top, okay? Like I said, I'm afraid to go any higher because I don't want it to run over. All right, so we're going in the oven. We're going in. I bake my cakes on the middle rack. Okay, and with those grooves, I have to make sure that it sits level too. Okay, right now, so back to me baking on the middle rack in my oven. So if you need to adjust your racks, do so. Since that is less batter, I'm going to set my timer right now for an hour. Okay, I'm going to set it for an hour, and then we'll check it at that time. If I need more time, I'll add some more. If not, we'll see if it's ready to come out. Okay, we have baked for an hour. I have these on the wrong side. There we are. So I'm glad I didn't put any more batter in there than I did. I'm looking for my little stand because we would have ran over. Okay, so we're going to cool for at least 10 minutes. And now I'm going to make my glaze. I'm going to, like I say, you guys, I'm going to keep it thin this time. Believe it or not, it doesn't take long, so we're going to do it really quick. If you are new, welcome. We are so glad to have you. And although I'm a glaze girl, I never do my glaze. Use a mixer to mix up my glaze. I always do it by hand. I usually like really, really, really thick glaze, but since I'm more, you know, traditional with this cake or classic, I'm not going to do a thick glaze, okay? Now let me start by adding just a dab of my cream bouquet. Just a dab. And then a little bit of vanilla. And you guys can use milk to do this, but I'm going to use a little bit of, I have this, yeah, I love ice cream too. I love ice cream. My favorite ice cream is chocolate. I love Cold Stone milkshakes. So I have some of this Cold Stone sweet cream coffee creamer. And I'm just going to use a little dab of this to make my glaze. But like I said, you can use milk. You don't have to use this. Some people even use water. Now you want to be careful when you're doing your glaze. Don't add too much liquid at one time. Because once you add it in there, you can't get it out. Okay? You'll have to add more powdered sugar if you've gotten it too thin and you want to thicken it up some. So just this simple, we've added just a little bit of powdered sugar, and 9 times out of 10 I don't measure either. I just add some powdered sugar and then add my cream. I like to have it a little on the thicker side in the beginning because it allows me to get it smooth. Okay? Just that quick we have glaze. I can already tell it's not enough. See that thin glaze? And all I need to do to get more is just add a little more powdered sugar and some cream. Okay? So we're going to let the cake continue to cool, and then we'll flip it in just a few minutes and get it glazed up. And now for the moment of truth. Let's see what we're looking like. Oh, that's so pretty. Look, you guys. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Okay, we still need to cool some. I wanted you guys to get a close-up before I added glaze. Isn't she pretty? It's a pretty golden brown. Alright, we're glazing. A simple sour cream pound cake, which is such a classic traditional cake. Simple glaze, and you already know all the extra glaze is down the hole.
Well, that sure is a fancy looking cake.
It is time. I don't even know how to cut it for real. Am I supposed to cut the look? I'm just gonna cut it.
No, don't cut it like that. Don't cut it like that.
Don't cut it like what?
Cut it with the, go with the groove. That sure is an interesting looking
like
cake.
here?
No.
That's the groove?
No, but then you're gonna have to cut across the cake. Go with the grain, darn it.
What you mean? I'm like this right here.
And we need a map. Hold on. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, now go with the groove.
Right here?
Yeah, go with that one.
Oh, you want the big piece?
Yes, I want the big. There we go.
Oh,
that's
like
hard
this.
to figure that out. My God, I was working
Well, that's what I was
going to I appreciate
try to do.
everything you doing. God, yes.
Stop saying God.
Gosh.
You know, I hadn't thought about that.
I mean, you tore my cake.
I'm sorry.
You tore my cake.
I'm sorry. Ooh-wee.
As soon as I finish this, I want you to fire me.
Fire you once you finish. I'll tell you what kind of cake it is.
What in the world?
Look. That's the other part.
That is so cool.
Sir, I'm getting this for me because I'm trying to get the little crumbs out of here.
Get this for me because I want to get the big cake out of here. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. Look, y'all. It's cute. Look at it. Are you looking?
You need ice cream with this.
You need ice cream. Look at it, y'all. Oh. Your little head peeping over. Okay. That's a mama and them cake. That's what you call it, mama and them. Who you love? Mama and them. Mama and them. Mama and them.
I like the size.
Who you love? Mama and them. You are so stingy. You're supposed to ask me what kind of cake it is.
I mean, you don't even cut the cake like a woman. You cut like a dinosaur. Just
There
take.
you go, dinosaur, cactus. You gonna
I'm
stop
sorry,
calling
but-
me names?
I mean, you just. There was nothing boutique about what you just did.
That's good.
It is.
You know what kind it is?
Okay.
That is, y'all. That's a mama and them cake. Oh,
It's a good cake.
it's a sour cream pound cake.
I don't need sour cream.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Well, since you don't hear.
No, stop!
Since
Don't stop!
You are serious about that cake. You just said you don't eat.
That wasn't crystalline.
You just said you don't eat.
That wasn't crystalline.
Oh my goodness. Dog. Listen. It's time for him to go to bed. Okay. Y'all look. That's the classic traditional sour cream pound cake. Y'all, this what I did to them. I fixed him that little. Since I couldn't get all the batter in the cake pan. See, this is my regular, the 18 cup. But I use my new pretty pan that was gifted to me and couldn't get all that batter in. So I just baked a layer and put the, I had some German chocolate stuff left. So
That is a unique looking cake.
Isn't it pretty?
It's pretty. I gotta
That's
give
the
you that.
75th anniversary Bundt cake pan. But for real, you
That
guys,
is so cool.
tell me how to cut this. Am I supposed to cut it on the, like here, and then
But it depends on who you're talking to.
cut it here?
You cut
and
it
then
the way you can get
the
the
little-
most.
I don't know. Anywho,
I'll pay you out.
I know you will. Anywho, you guys, thank y'all so much for watching. We appreciate your support. Hit the subscribe
Hit
button.
the nosy.
Turn on your notification bell. You know you turn the bell on and shake. So we're gonna shake something over here, okay? Hit the nosy, cause y'all nosy. We appreciate y'all being nosy and wanting to know what we doing over here. You good? We already look forward to you joining us again next time. Bye. Bye. I need a piece of cake.
Work the baby. Work the baby.
Bye. This is the church mother cake. I feel like I'm at the family and friends day at the church house. I'm gonna get me some chicken. Bye, y'all.